Sending messages to parents via the Blackboard mass communication is a 4-step process. Step 1 is selecting the students, and remember the message is going to go out to the parents of the students, creating the title. If it's a pre-recorded, selecting the pre-recorded messages found in the saved messages and the different categories. Step 2, if you are going to create your own message, then you would type in the message into the body of the message, selecting what messages you want to have it go out as: email, text, phone. If you are doing the phone message, make sure that you call in to record so that you can have your personal voice being the one that they hear. Once you've done the message and you've selected which message it's going to go out in, you would specify the language. Once you have done the language, then what you do is click send. So step 1, upper left. Step 2, the body of the message, selecting the messages. Step 3, selecting the languages for it to go out. Step 4, send. Hi, this is a tech tip on how to use the new Blackboard mass communication to send messages to parents. You're able to send pre-recorded messages as well as custom message created by you. If you want to send a pre-recorded message, what you would do is click on Create a Message. There are saved messages in the Saved Message section. You'll notice that they are divided up into categories. The miscellaneous are the ones that are created by you. The other ones are the ones that are pre-recorded by the Blackboard. Click on the header and you will notice that you can see the different messages within each of the different categories. To see what a message is, click on the message and you'll notice that the message appears in email, text, and phone. If you do not want the message to be sent out in one of those formats, all you do is you would click on the X and it would not send out that message to that parent in that method. Once you've selected a message, then what you do is select the students that you want that message to be sent out to. You'll notice that it will pull in your roster, and if you have TR classes, it will break that into its own section. So you can send this one message to multiple students, but remember, the message goes to the parents, not the students. So if I want to send it out to a student's parents, you would select that student from your list, or you can type in here what that student's name is and you'll get what the student is. So if I select that student, it will go to the parents of that student. If you are finished with the message selection, you will notice that the Spanish is already created without you having to do any recording. It's going to go out that day at 5:30 p.m. When you're ready, you would click send and that message will be sent. To see what the messages have been sent out, you can check your outbox and you'll notice the messages as well as the completion rate for those messages. To create a custom message, the process is very similar to pre-recorded messages. Click on Create a Message. The first step is to type a subject. So I'm just going to type what the message is. I will put in what the message is going to be. And if I want it to go out as a text, I would select the text. I would select where that message is coming from. Since I put it into my email, I'm just going to copy it. Notice that you have a limited number of characters. It can only be 120. So I need to simplify that message so that it's going to fit within the 120 characters. Spaces are characters, so try to remove as much as you can and yet get the message across. I then select if I want it to go out in a phone message as well. What I want to do is I want to use my own voice. That's the best response is if it's your personal voice. So I would select call in to record instead of using text to speech. So when I click call in to record, I can pull in what that message is. I would call this number, enter this code, and follow the prompts, and I would call in to record that message that goes out to the parents. Again, the suggestion, if you're going to go through the effort of creating a custom message, use your own voice to send out that message. You then select the time. If you want it to go out multiple times, then you can select the multiple times. If you want it to go out in different languages, you would select the different language, and you'll notice that it converts the message in all three that you've selected. But always make sure that you check the grammar, sure that it is proper. Notice that this defaulted to text to speech. If you wanted to hear what that message is, you can click on the little play button and you can hear what that message would be. Once you've created your message, then you can select, if you haven't already done so, the parents that it's going to go out to. You can either type in the student's name or scroll down to select the period. You can go to all the students. Again, it's going to go to the parents of the students, or you can select individual students that it's going to go to. If you make a mistake and you need to remove a student, just click on the X and you can remove that student. Once you are done, then you would click Send. To see what the results of that message is, you can click on the outbox and you can see what the message results have been.